What I have found is living tiny is to think about what makes you happy, even if it's simple. This works great. I can ring the bell and everybody comes. However, you don't get lost in 398 square feet at all. My electric bill averages out about $15 to $16 a month. I won't show you everything. We all have to have secrets. So why don't we go on in and I'll give you a tour.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hello, I'm Sandy, and I'm so happy to have you here to see my nest with me. The house is 11 feet wide inside. It does make a big difference when many of the standard tiny homes are 8 feet. It is 32 feet long. We're under the 400 square foot classification for a tiny home. My interest in tiny houses really started maybe close to 7 or 8 years ago. I got thinking, what if I got involved with that? When I first came here, I had already made drawings over the last couple of years of what I felt would work for a tiny. As I walked around this park, there was a wonderful couple in this unit. There were so many things I had put down on paper that this house had. This house was going to be mine. I didn't know how, but I just felt it was going to happen, and it did. I found out that they were going to build a home on the coast and that they had moved this from another location and placed it here temporarily during that time. And I said, you can stay here as long as you need to build your home if you would sell this to me, because this has my name on it. I've been here a total of 5 years now. When I first came here, there was a sense of sharing here. There was a sense of friendship. That was not only important, but something that was so appealing to me personally. That's why I decided to give it a go. My rent here is $658 a month. The water here is included, the sewer, television, service, Wi-Fi, that is all also included. And my electric bill averages out about $15 to $16 a month. I'd like to mention that I do have a sweet friend that comes to visit me on a very regular basis, and her name is Lily. We're not having food right now. Yeah, we're not. I know we're not having food right now, sweetheart. One day, this beautiful calico cat showed up at my doorstep. Lily decided that she and I had a connection. Now, you have to understand, I've always had dogs, and I love dogs, but I never had a close relationship with a cat. And I explained to her I didn't know anything about cats and that I wasn't sure why she kept coming. But I discovered that you don't pick a cat picks you. She shows up at about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning and puts her paws up on the window and says, I'm here and I know you're up. She stays all day long on this deck. If there is company that comes, Lily lets everyone know that there is a red cushion that belongs to her, and she's very sorry, but she's a fixture here. I have suddenly discovered I think I'm a cat person. She's become part of my life, and I'm very grateful to Tiny Tranquility that she lives on this property so that I can love her. This is the outside, the exterior of my tiny house. As you can see, it has wood siding. About every 2 to 3 years, I have a seal coat that is just put on the outside. Most of the time, I do it myself. There's something about me and a paintbrush. I think I just like doing it. As you can see, I don't have stairs. I have a ramp here that was added a few years ago for my partner who needed it at that particular time. I have no intention of ever going back to stairs because it's so convenient. It's the greatest thing. And who knows, I may very well need a ramp myself. I mentioned that this is called the nest, and I have a doormat that has been here for the beginning. At least the word our nest has always stayed and always will. Hi, Lily. Do you mind if we join you? The exterior deck, this is a 10 by 16 foot deck. It works perfectly for a 40-inch table, as you can see. I loved when I came here the idea of using iron furniture, and I'd like to pass this on to anyone that is doing a tiny or living on the coast. This was a mistake. The mistake was that it is a powder coated surface that they touted as being very weather resistant. The bottom line is it is not, and I have to literally repaint this now at least every year or every other year, and it's on my list that will no doubt have to be replaced. The salt air literally eats things, any finish off. I do love the looks of it, I just don't like the maintenance, and if you're going to think tiny, think maintenance. You don't want it. These windows had been added later. I did not put the windows in, the past owners did, and it is just fabulous. It was one of the things that I insisted when I did my own drawings on building a tiny house, was there was a lot of light. And I'm so grateful that I have that, and this wonderful view, of which you can see Lily enjoys too when she's not lounging. I might add that if the house was ever moved, this deck simply pulls away from it and it would stay in its place. So why don't we go on in and I'll give you a tour. This is the living room. The sofa here is a sleeper sofa, and it opens up into a queen bed. And as you can see, the coffee table that is sitting in front of it is actually an ottoman, which opens, and I do have storage in it. This area here is the fireplace. I'm going to turn this on here. Notice how difficult that is for me to create the ambiance that we need. I love it, but not only is this functioning and making it fun to sit and look at and have a cup of coffee or tea in the morning, but it is throwing out a tremendous amount of heat. And as you can see, it's not taking up a lot of space. It takes up a corner of which it's doing something aesthetically wonderful, and I enjoy it. This corner was something I had thought originally I would remove and do something else. What I didn't realize is that my partner Bill had this fabulous collection. I'm on the coast, and it was a natural. And I said, there is no way I would have been happy if I had removed this. It's all in one place, and it's so enjoyable. So it's been a treat. The bell, I got it for free, and I thought, I have just the right place. This will go with Bill's nautical items, and so here it is. This works great when you have company for 12 at Thanksgiving here. I'm being facetious, but then I can ring the bell and everybody comes. However, you don't get lost in 398 square feet at all, but the bell is fun. This is one of my most favorite parts of the house, and it's the kitchen. Now, some people it might not be if you don't like to cook, but I really do like to cook. So I'd like to tell you a few things about this kitchen that really works. One of them is the most wonderful thing to have. This corner, 17-inch cabinet, is utilized with a Lazy Susan. You can see it keeps so much. I have realized that without this addition in this kitchen, I don't think I could function. Now, this is probably about as much clutter as I have, but I use lots of oils and things when I'm cooking, and if I hadn't had this, I don't know what I would do. This is the original stove that was here, and it works beautifully. I have made a few changes in here. This particular microwave is new, and the refrigerator is also been replaced. There was a very large white refrigerator here that actually went all the way up to underneath the top of the shelf. The problem with it is that when I shopped, I bought too much. So I replaced it with a smaller refrigerator. I am so much happier with it. And yes, I do buy things in smaller portions now because I learned, living tiny, that that's what you do. I'm very fortunate here because what we have is a lot of light. And one of the main reasons, not only because I'm loaded with windows here, but I have a skylight here, which, as you can see, really lights up the room. Originally, I was going to remove this because I had a lot of artwork and I thought this would be a wonderful place since the unit is small. After I was here, I abandoned that idea because I loved the blue glass. I loved the fact that it played off of these rather ancient but lovely classic countertops. and I didn't want to give it up. So in exchange for that, I was able to bring in some of the black and whites. I love photography. I did shoot these myself. I took these pictures and framed them. The black and white to me is a good feeling. I like the simplicity of it, so that is there. The other aspect here is the dining room, and as you can see, this is a table set for 4. I'm particularly lucky because this unit has bay windows, and that bay window has provided extra room to keep this open. My recommendation is, even if you have the room, to go with a table that is a drop leaf. Both of these drops down, which takes a 40-inch table to a 24. We'll go ahead and transition now down the hallway. The first place that comes up is the bathroom. This is a typical bathroom. One of the things that I thought I would rather have would be a stall shower. This one has a tub. When it's cold and I really want to enjoy a tub, I'm glad I just don't have a shower. Then moving on down, this is a small area that is an alcove. This area here is also set up that you can have a washer and dryer in this particular space. I don't have a need for it since we have a wonderful facility that is supplied, that we have our own laundry room. So I elected to keep this as it is, as a small desk area. In the morning, I have my cosmetics, which are portable. I bring them in here. I can sit here, put my makeup on, do the typical thing that women do. I won't show you everything. That would be, we all have to have secrets. Moving forward here, this is the bedroom. This is a queen size bed, perfect for watching television, of which I do in here. There's lots of storage. I have cabinet storage all across, which could have been just a wall. I have drawer space all across here, which is wonderful. This section was utilized also for storage, so some of the things like extra games and things that you don't use all the time work perfectly up there and don't take up valuable space. The nightstands are built in, once again with storage on both sides. And another area which I thought was brilliant was they left the area across the top of the closet completely open. The closet is a double-sized closet and also has drawers built in below. And I can even hear the ocean when the window is open here, so it's great. I have always lived a pretty busy life, and I didn't have a lot of time to get to know me, to be quiet. And what I have found is living tiny is to think about what makes you happy, even if it's simple. I don't have a lot of things. I don't have a lot of clutter because I like the space, and because it's small, our tendency sometimes is to fill it up with too much. And my goal has been learning not to do that. I like it just the way it is. It feels right. There's a good aura here. I think there was a lot of happiness in this home for people that have lived in it, and I felt it.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another unique home tour.